Hey folks, we're back and realized that it's changed the size of one of my screens. I thought I was all good, but I need to be, yeah, there we go. Right, so I know we already did some runs earlier today, but we didn't actually do our proper tournament runs. So let's do all of them, and we're going to be going into a actual EHP build on our main account. It would have been nice to get up to like the max coin per hour, like over the 100 Q that I like, but fortunately that'll take a while, so we'll just have to surrender here, go home. So I am currently sat at, don't be in the screen, 97.22% defense, like my thumbnail says. We could technically get up to 97.3 because we've got enough to set the next lab going, but it costs 1,373 to rush, so I do not have that much, so it is just going to have to wait. I am tempted to potentially rush the fast enemy health with it being fast enemies, but we're going to try the EHP build, see how it goes. So tournament, we did want to do something whilst we were in here. It made sense. Increase our shockwave size. Now, we have started working on our chip. So I am going to already favorite it to move it up the list, but unfortunately that's not how that works. I don't think. Let's unfavorite this, because obviously you can't delete this now anyway. And then if we go somewhere else. Hey Mashed, how you doing? Okay, I can move it up the list by unfavoriting things. But I do need project funding in still. I don't use this one so anymore for now. Just unfavoriting things that I don't use to make it a bit easier. Gcomp doesn't really have a place right now, unfortunately. I'm not using Space Displacer right now. Negative mass. I'm looking at the potential of doing others right now. But I've got a couple more rerolls, so I don't know whether to push into Omchip. In fact, I'll wait because it's like half a day and then I can plan another horror effect. So I'll just keep saving that up after this. The tournament, we haven't even changed because I was saying about my chip for a full-on build wall build, which is quite an interesting idea, but we're not quite there right now. So we just want the substats, and then want this in here. I meant we wanted this for the special effect. So we want Pulsar Harvester. I don't know if Pulsar Harvester is going to help me out any. How's your tournament gone, Mashed? Oh, whilst I remember, level this up. We do like a little bit more ultimate weapon damage now. Yeah, that's fine. It's just changing definitely. No. So. I think I made a mistake here. This isn't favorited anymore, that's why it drops it to the bottom. So the ones that I use should have the favorite on, make it easier to fix them up. Yeah. This doesn't have favorite on either. This. But sitting in 9th with 1,300 waves, might try another run. Enough. Yeah, so I'm currently sat at 24th as far as I'm aware. We'll double check that in a moment, but we need to turn on our Poison Swamp. And then next is yeah, we take out someone in this build and we put in, I like allies better than attack because attack has like nothing right now. Ally at least gives me a little bit extra health in a way, but it deletes an enemy every 120 rather than doing barely anything. haven't checked. Oh, I could get an extra 100. I'm going to get this now, and it's not going to be of any use straight away, but it's getting me closer to being able to get to the very expensive rush. Right, so obviously we're going to take coins off. I'm trying to think what we were advised last time. What was it? I think it was cash that we were advised to put in. Or was it attack speed? I can't remember what we were advised to put in this card slot for the tournament last time. So just double check everything. Oh, there's one thing that I need to turn off. So we'll quickly do a tier 20 run just so that I can turn it off. Golden Tower. Literally all I had to do. Still use second wind straight away. But I don't lose my wall after my second wind goes off, I don't think. Yeah, so I'm able to tank a little bit still. So I can't really complain at that. Once we get to the point where the sprint stops working, that's when we'll run our actual tournament for that. What card should I put in this card slot, folks? Also, I've got 150. Right, let's have a quick peek. Oh, some nice choices here. Right, so you know what that means, folks. I need to open up the stream on YouTube. I didn't want to view the stream. I wanted to... It's literally took me to the stream itself rather than managing the stream. So that's not bad, really. Wave 90 without Flamebot. Yeah, this was what I was saying to you before, Mash. So if we go to here, so in fact, I'm curious on the 7,000. The Death Wave 67.26, small s, and then I believe this one's afterwards. No, so 78.65 small s. So 7,000 here. Here we go. 160 big S. A massive jump going from small to big S. And then here's another one, 147.75 big S. Any other 7,000 ones? Here we go. 1,330, 133 big S even. I can't speak. So we'll get rid of this tier 20. That's just from the unlock, no other changes. Well, that's because, right, if you look how the unlock's worded, or how Kill Wall is worded. I've seen the wrong place. I don't pay attention to symbols enough. So effect wave hits amplify death wave damage additive. So it's ×3 multiplier to the damage per enemy hit by the effect wave. So it's basically hitting 1,700 divided by 3 per wave, pretty much. So it's hitting a lot of enemies. Let's say per wave, per like kill wave, rather than effect wave. So I believe each increase on this multiplies this by, like, basically adds +3, I think. So that will double it on the first click, which will be massive. It'll double the damage, almost. But anyway, I was starting a poll. So we have back poll. I'll correct my spelling mistake. I will not have it like that. And third option is smart missiles. I'm pretty sure I just spelled missiles wrong, but hey. I don't know why it posts it in chat like that. A bit weird, but it's fine. I was just saying for 10 times damage scales with all. What? Oh, I just realised it is the way. I was confused by this. I thought the message was for 10 times damage scales with all, but it's part of Smart Missiles thing description. So, I believe I've got everything ready for running Tournament. And that's also, I forgot to mention that 1,700 like times increase in damage just from unlocking that is. You want me to have smart missiles? Yeah, so that is in my farming run, not changing to optimize. Optimizing it. So here's a good example. So let's say I think I got rid of my tier 20 tests. So I don't like having tier 20s at there. Yeah, I got rid of my tests. So this one was fully optimized. This was trying something a little bit different. So this is without going into damage like increases on my Workshop Plus. The 268 waves, but Death Wave did 44.99 big O. Yes, my Thorns did 35. It wasn't staying up constantly. In fact, my projectiles apparently did more damage. Chain Lightning is an N, so that is just a bit higher. But the fact that it's catching up to Chain Lightning, for example, right? If we have a look on here, it's a big thing that's catching up. Times 92 damage, times 1,065 damage. Like, that's massive that that's catching up. Can you change your vote? I don't know about that. Alright, I'll leave this running for the full stream. I just lost 4 viewers in one go. Damn. Impressive. Right, anyway. I believe we're ready to actually run our main. So we'll run these two. This one is waiting for its ultimate weapon because it might help in the tournament. You never know. Depends which one is picked. So, battle. Oh, actually. I mean, I feel like everyone's going Poison Swamp Plus, though. That's the thing. I kind of want to go my own route. Yeah, I'm sat 24th still. Quite comfortably, I might add. But keys is 1,045, so I don't think I'll be getting keys today. Be very surprised if I did. I basically need to respec to get that sort of wave count. Let's see anyway. You never know. Oh, well, 2 people have voted Black Hole now. Yeah, my plans going forward, as much as... Hey Conrad, how are you doing? How's your tournament gone as well? So as much as I do feel Death Wave Plus could become a massive damage dealer, there is... Like, I only want it to deal with fleets, really. I do see some potential issues with that, but at the end of the day, I do still think that the Death Wall, Kill Wall build would be fun anyway. But basically, yeah, so as much as I could just invest it in kill wall and get that damage ridiculous, I mean, it says I do 4 small Q death wave damage as well in this build. Yeah, I'm aware of. I've forgotten his name now. It's Mad something, isn't it? And like they're doing like every milestone, every tier up to 9,999 at the moment, I believe. I mean, the only reason I was feeling like not doing this is because, yeah, sometimes you just get bad tournaments, bad battle conditions. So Thorn Resistance obviously bad for me. Fast Ultimate is bad for me. Everything else is manageable. I forgot completely to click into those. Oh well. Yeah. So he was the only reason why I was tempted not to go into the build, because someone else is already doing it. But I do like the idea of it and the concept, and I feel like it's still technically EHP in a way because it is called Wall. So in theory, but yeah. So the thing that I was thinking about is, or saying about, is stone spending in the next week, because obviously we get the refresh on the stones. I won't be buying all the stone packs, but I won't be going into my kill wall. I will be buying the last quantity for the effect waves, which costs a nice 1,400. Hey, Immortal King, how you doing? So like, yeah, it's a wall, so it's EHP, right? Because if we click on that bit, kill wall, EHP, wall. It also turns purple, which I like. I like the fact that the kill wall's purple rather than red. I mean, that's the thing. It is face tanking, right? It makes sense. It's got a pool of health that the enemy's attack reduces. Honest, it's the enemy's attack, not the enemy's health, that reduces it. I mean, the enemies hitting it reduce its full, so in theory it is defense. But yeah, so my current plans for stones, as I was trying to say, is get the last quantity, because that will also help with the death wave plus anyway. Thank you, Immortal. How's your tournament gone or going? And then after that, it's not a cheap venture, I know. But my plan out of these is, it's in here anyway, so I'm in the right place. Is to continue. I mean, I'm continuing to push my substat efficiency on here, but that's all labs. Basically, I'm going to be trying to get this up to 67%, because that'll give me an extra death wave quantity. And then obviously the final goal is 100%, but that'll be in a long time. But basically maxing this out is my next goal for stones, really. I know it's going to take a while, but it's going to help with my death wave, but not just my death wave, it's going to help with econ as well. Because obviously you're going to be getting death wave, golden tower bonus. I mean, this is my main one typically, but golden tower duration, like, it all feeds in my farming builds, but also powers up that kill wall build for future. I mean, yeah, I've already blown my kill wall run out of the water. It was 268. I'll delete this one because that was me testing out a different part. But yeah, so for the kill wall build, I am using on chip, but I need to get. I think I'll get. Well, ignore that. I need spotlight angle, because oddly, spotlight angle, like damage wise, even though I did that run wise with testing something for it, like damage wise, my primordial collapse is higher than my chip, which doesn't make sense. But the only thing that I can see is it's the spotlight angle's missing off the build. Yeah, the Asmods percentages is painful, but for me, I'm rushing the lab when I can afford it, so it's not taking as long. But that's my goal. I know it's going to be a long time coming, but that's my goal. Like, I'm only aiming to get to, what, 84% or 90? Well, hang on. For my armor mod, yeah, I'm going to 94% for that one. I'm not going to get it to 100 for now. And then I'll start working on core substat, which is going to take forever. You play card presets yet for Viewer's Choice Star? No, I did not. Right, we've got 3 votes for Black Hole. It's going to be difficult for anyone to push it over to anything else. So I'm going to pick up Black Hole now, just so this tower can start doing things. Take out attack speed for now. Card presets. So I kept pushing for people to say to do card presets, but they didn't say it. It was getting annoying. Putting it in now. We need to swap one card. Well, yeah, we need to sort out our cards. I'm going to end this poll now because it's still 100% in Black Hole. So that, yeah, sorry, Mortal King, that is a rough bracket. 20th place. I mean, at least you're not ranking down, right? I think my bracket's a little bit nicer than that. Yeah, I'm about a second wind at 620. My build is awful. I mean, technically, I can slow down. It'll probably help. Because, obviously, we push these fast enemies out of the way a bit better at a slower rate. We just don't want to... Well, I don't think I'm going to build my wall back up, so we'll go 1.5 times speed anyway. Guild Wall came out at the right time, honest. It didn't do anything there. But yes, so... I'm sat at 20th with 640. You would be 17th. Keys for me though is 1050, basically, because you want to be a bit higher to be safe. So yeah, you've got a terrible bracket. Mine's not so bad, but I'm not getting to the wave requirement for keys today, unfortunately. I know my choices were a bit silly. Fair enough. I didn't. Well, it doesn't surprise me that Tags is streaming, but didn't realise he was streaming before I went live. I always set my things so early in the day that I don't even think to look. Got a little over 1k waves and was able to pick up 4 keys. Nice. The other thing, at the moment, I'm completely losing out on keys, but I'm pushing for coins. And I know people will say coins aren't as important, but my goal for the game right now is to get to 98% defense in tournaments. So to do that, I need the coins. Yeah, it's much earlier than most people would be. I mean, the fact that I'm getting 100 Q, like small Q per hour on tier 16 is ludicrous. Like I've seen other people going up to 12,000 waves and getting like 50 Q an hour. So I'm aware my econ for where I'm at is ridiculous. And yeah, I'm being a bit silly, but it's my goal. I want to get to 98%. I am not going to even get... Wow, I'm going to drop out at 690 waves. Because that's going to be my... I could... Yeah, I was like, I could nuke to save my... Demon mode, but I don't think there's much point. I think last tournament was kind to me as well, actually, wasn't it? 12 for 1,475. Oh, no, sorry, I completely ignored that one. Yeah, that one was really nice to me. I got 10th with 994. I'm not even going to get 18th from looks of this. I'm not getting ranked down, at least. That's all I can really say. But yeah, I tried out having G-Comp on with my 20 seconds cooldown, and my damage went down on kill wall, which is weird. It is annoying me that I'm like so close yet so far from unlocking the next substat. I was like, this is awful, but then I realised it doesn't need to be good. Just needs package chance and enemy attack level skip. All that's needed there. Oh, I died whilst I was away. Should have nuked. Oh well. I don't think I'm going to get much better. Like, the fact that to rank up I need to get to 1050, it's not much better there. First time viewer, what does this mean, defense percentage? So, basically, I am pushing my defense percentage in tournaments. If I click on the right thing, here we go, up to 98%. The tournaments, you don't have perks. I don't know how much you play the tower, your first time viewer at least. So I'm aiming for the hard cap. The defense percentage maxes out at 98%. You can't go any higher. My Deathwave Plus is technically not doing anything in general. It has helped out in my farming runs a little bit. So defense percentage to 98% is quite difficult. But basically, you need all the relics that have come out for defense so far. I mean, there was another way of doing it, but I'm doing it without spending keys in it, so that's really helpful. I always forget where relics are. So we go into information. You have defense percentage bonus plus 5% at the moment. So with that plus 5%, and then you have obviously this defense maxed. You have defense card with the mastery, so you get 11% from the card, 7% from the mastery, and then you have 8% defense from ancestral substat on your main module, and then your assist module. I currently have 6.72, but obviously I'm aiming to get this up to the point where it gives me enough to get to 98%. Hello, Gail. I was explaining something. Apologies. I'm late again. How do you do that every Wednesday? To be fair, you were on time on my earlier stream earlier today when it was like 5:45 in the morning. You also missed the viewer tower getting black hole. Yeah, there was a poll up for a bit. Only 3 people voted, but that's all it takes. Everyone voted black hole, so I didn't see the point of leaving the poll up for much longer. Just quickly claim all these. Is there anything else that I could swap out? I mean, at the moment, Singularity Harness is doing absolutely nothing for me. Is there anything else that I can put in that might be helpful? Yeah, Eric. So, Deathwave Plus is... Oh, yeah. Apologies. Thanks to you, Natsu. Completely forgot. I knew there was something that I was missing. There's so much to go through. So, I'll unhide completed. Oh, I need to unfavorite that as well. We don't like keeping things that I've done. So, Defense Vintage Lab, which is one of the longest labs in the game, max as well. That's another 10%. Thank you, Natsu. Attack speed and knockback are quite low. Hello to Seth as well. Someone just sent people over. Like, I should get a notification when raids happen, but I feel like my notifications aren't working properly. Just it's weird how suddenly loads of people started talking up and so I was curious. But yeah, so my attack speed. I want to test a few things anyway. So we will go turn off that. My attack speed is 38.78, which is quite low, but I don't really worry about attack speed. Knockback is 8.09 with 80% chance. Because of the way my tower's built, knockback is not so crucial. Like, yeah, I guess for the fast enemy, it is going to be a bit helpful. Hoping my kill wall is going to show up here. But the idea of the kill wall kind of does work quite well, especially against commanders. It's a great way for me to deal with the commanders, because obviously they keep enemies around for longer, which builds up the kill wall. But what we'll do is, in fact, I'll just nuke these enemies, because then I press go home rather than surrender. So the biggest thing that Deathwave Plus has done for me is we'll go really low just so that we can in fact we'll pause because I realized I've got something. This is the biggest thing that Deathwave Plus has done, and it's something that I like, so sometimes I do leave my Deathwave on now. Now we'll play, and I'll turn it back on. Is it goes red, but then the actual kill wall itself is purple. It does have a blue effect when a second one hits it, but it's purple. Use attack speed for Tower 5 because it can't think of anything else. Yeah, that's fair. Right, so attack speed. And let's get this tournament under way, just because, you know, a bit late to the party. Oh yeah, its defense percentage is maxed out now. But yeah, so I will exit battle, surrender. But yeah, so I went over this at the beginning though, actually, Eric. So I'll go over it again because it should be in here. I'll just delete these two. So my damage increased. So we'll do these ones. So this was 80.38 small s, and then this one was 68.93 small s, and then I unlocked, like, the only change I did to my Deathwave was unlocked Deathwave Plus, 120.57 big S, same wave count, smaller wave count, and we're talking 98.36 big S. Here we go, 146.64 big S. I think that's it for them. So yeah, so it literally, I worked it out, it's basically just over 1,700 times increase in its damage just from the original unlock. It is still rank 0, so it has the potential to make my kill wall amazing. But that said, that is because of my investments that I have in it. So I'm one click off having max quantity. It has 30 seconds cooldown, and then obviously, as you saw, well, I'll go back up into tier 20 because curious with the build being like this. So here you go, 20-second cooldown. Still second, curious. But yeah, so 20-second cooldown with Multiverse Nexus. Fortunately, it still doesn't have enough to build the kill wall enough to actually do anything in tier 20, but it's a great start. Hey Wisco, how you doing? Into health blender build soon because it's been the turtle build for a while. It's starting the transition. As you can see, my health from that is actually a bit higher. Yeah, Deathwave has the potential. I mean, we got to wave 40 without Black Hole on, wave 50 without Black Hole on. Not bad at all, really. Hey Expiry, how you doing? We should get to 55 and then we'll nuke, because at least the fleet that comes in at 55 we get full resources from. Yeah, I really need to rush to get the enough coins to respec. At level 24, those last 5 levels are crazy. Yeah, that's fair. Although, are you missing something then? So, bear with me, I'm just waiting for... Of course, my death wave would... Yeah, there we go. Exit battle, surrender. With projectiles too, you need, yeah, so I'm at the point where I need to unlock the correct things, like knockback and everything. So I'm at the point where I'm ready to do that. I haven't got to 4,500 waves on tier 1 though. I haven't unlocked previous run stats. Oh, but I can go milestones, can't I? There we go, hang on. Stats, so yeah, 2,200 is the best that I've been able to do. It did unlock perks. So before that runs again. Yeah, because I am currently at level 14. Level 24 would get me to 98%. Sorry, level 24 would get me to 98%. But I do have defense percentage maxed as well. I don't know if you have that maxed. That is a crazy lab. Okay, so that's that done. So we change that back to coins. I'm half tempted, you know, but need to collect ornament. Right, so that one's starting to lose out. But yeah, so I'm just trying to save up the... In fact, right, so unlock range, multi-shot, rapid fire, bounce shot. Because they're basically all the ones that you need for crowd control, isn't it? And then lifesteal, knockback, there we go. Orbs as well, obviously you need orbs for that. And shockwave, yeah, okay, so they're the things that you need for that build, really, as far as I'm aware. Still got 1.6 million to spend. I need to start, let's say, yeah, so I should really set up to do another farming run, because obviously my tournament's crashed today. It can't be helped. I'm just trying to sort out so that the things that I actually need are favorited. ACP I am going to use. I want to put this back, so this stays favorite. Havoc Bringer, I'm not planning on using this at all. I do see use for it in dissonance runs potentially, but I don't think I will need it. So this needs favoriting again, not favorited, that's why I couldn't see it. So we'll equip this as our primary, and then we need to swap these two back over. So we'll put our OM chip in for now. Just use that for a swap, and then there we go. Yeah, that's back up at the beginning again, so that's much better. And then this is going to be our primary, and then we don't need to change anything else out. So that's ready for farming. Then turn that off. Want to hive completed again as well. I do need to start working on my Chain Thunder again as well, but I want to finish fast enemy health for now. Long lab, so we'll see. Now did we turn off again? No, we didn't turn that off. Cards, we want this back into our farming cards, and then we want to change our chip back out to summon. Right, so I could pretty much max that out for 1.6 million. We'll go back down to like, so right, so you need attack speed, multi-shot, just going to max targets out, rapid fire chance, we'll do all those. Bounce shot. That's going to use most of it to get that up. So we'll do these two, these, this. Try and increase things at a bit more of a balance. Two. I almost clicked the wrong thing there. There we go. So that's some increases into that. I should have probably also increased the actual knockback. I won't increase anything else yet. In fact, shockwave. There we go. So that's helping with the transition into the blender build at least. We're increasing our health on this one. I believe I've swapped everything over ready for the run. I may have forgotten something. I feel like I always do, but we want to go down to tier 16, and then we have time at the beginning to do that. So there we go. That's our farming run back running. I worked out the maths though. I do need to keep going until like the 12th of August to have enough coins to get my defense percentage up to 98%, because the labs are so expensive. I'm hoping to get there sooner than that, but unfortunately that's the maths at the moment. But I think the stones that I get should change that, because obviously my econ will increase. I obviously am pushing into my bot a little bit as well as we go, because yes, there may be certain things like hitting that cooldown down so that it's synced will be a big change, but it's expensive, so I'd rather click into things now and get a little bit buff rather than saving up. When I get bot respecs for free, then probably look at min-maxing that. For now, in my opinion, it's better to have a little of increase now rather than saving up for ages and not getting any increase. Especially when I'm trying to just push as much as possible to get to, I think it's 28 big Q that I need the number to be here. That takes into account the decreases along the way from the other labs completing. I was also trying to pull free defense upgrade to ancestral on here, but it literally only adds what 0.3%, which is not really going to do anything in the econ world really. So I figured I'll just start building the rerolls for the chip, because that is probably the best effect that I have as an option for my Deathwave Plus for a more of a damage build, especially for the distance runs. Right, so yeah, I'll start off tier 1 run. I'll claim the missions that are completed. There we go. Tier 1. We'll do what we always do at the beginning as well. Work on our utility first and then go to do the bits that you... Right, so that's my AI tower done. Currently 17th, it'll probably end up more like 30th. Usually struggles. It's progressing now, but it still struggles. Need to look at getting some of these really easy ones, but you know, that's fine at the moment. Farm cards. I need to look to potentially do some dissonance on here, but AI recommendations are always an amusement, to say the least. Right, this one's starting to take damage now, so we'll start pushing up our health and health regen, and then this is back into farming, so we go here. Good. Yeah, that's fine. So it's actually much shot because I am bounce shot for crowd control. it can also invest in health and stats too. Yeah, perfect. I keep meaning to click into cash, but I keep clicking into coins per wave first, because this, yeah, there's 3 levels at max. Invest in attack, speed, multi-shot, rapid fire, and bounce shot. The utility defense upgrades can wait a while. Usually, I would disagree with you, because these can be maxed out without any risk of me dying right now. However, I understand this is the viewer tower. That's what you want me to do. That's what I'll do. Click on these. This is going to be going for a long time, the cannon tower. So, but we'll see. We'll keep it going for a little while. We'll at least wait until our baby HP tournament's done. And I'm pretty much guaranteed to rank back up on my cannon tower. I mean, battle conditions, protectors, and tank ultimate, so no issue there really. So, Haku, it's currently building towards Blender, because it has been in. But your tower is still trying to be a turtle build without enough projectiles. Yeah, so basically it's moving from turtle to Blender. So with Blender, you obviously sit them on the orb line and let the orbs kill them. Air quoted orbs because there's no orbs at this moment in time. Orbs and death Ray, which is also a card I don't have. Excuse me. That was bugging me too. I had to collect it. I don't mind the purpley colour. It's not as like urgent. The red dots irk me. That one irks me, but I don't have another account to link. I'd have to create a new email address. I think you should invest in multi-shot, rapid fire, bounce shot. The more projectiles, the less your tower will try to be a turtle build. It also doth need a bit of knockback, in my opinion, but obviously. Hey Malachi, how are you doing? How's your tournament gone? In fact, those that I forgot to ask, how's all your tournaments going? For those that haven't seen so far, my main tower is currently 19th. I think it will finish at 19th. It's unfortunate. It's the first time I haven't had keys in a while. But I mean, I was surprised that I got keys here, to be fair. In fact, when was the last time that I didn't get keys? the 3rd of almost just shy of 2 months. Yeah. My music just stopped itself. Resume music. It is painful that I'm not getting keys, but I'm being reckless. 1,113. Nice. Yeah, I know that I could have easily got keys today if I was not bothered by getting 98% defense, but I want 98% defense because I want to be in a more unique build. Yeah, you'd have got keys in my bracket as well. I was just double checking. You'd have been 14th. Kind of like just hyper focused there. Posture. I'm trying to move my chair and it's not moving. There we go. When it gets near to my desk, it just suddenly says, I don't want to move properly. Obviously, it doesn't actually say, it just stops acting properly. It starts acting up. That's 2,000. How close to this? But how close is that to max? It's truly one click. Looks like baby HP is starting to struggle. Might as well just put my main tower like that because there's nothing to pick on. Probably turn my death wave toggle off at the moment. My build wall doesn't actually, and it keeps showing me the fact that I'm not perma black hole yet on my farming run build. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those cookie cutter builds. I'm still planning on having like a 98% defense. As I said, my death wave, I don't want to necessarily have the wall up constantly. I mean, I might have some like, especially with distance runs, that's going to be the case, right? But that'll be distance runs to increase my health, so it'll help me out in the long run anyway. The main thing it's meant to be for is when I'm getting enemies sat on the screen for long periods of time, it'll clear those enemies off specifically. The biggest problem is getting my death wave to actually be able to hit said enemy that's sat there for a long time. In theory, this guy should pop any second now. Like if I could hit him with a death wave right now, he would die. But I feel like my death wave, whenever it would be going off, it's hitting a boss. Bosses come in closer. So let's have a look at the bosses. Okay, let's not look at the live one. Any of them have? Yeah, there we go. A death wave to 0.0% over the damage because the bosses aren't getting hit by the effect wave so much. It would be nice to be able to see like fleet damage, like you can see boss stat damage. That would be really nice. Like just to see the breakdown of how you actually killed it. But yeah, it's just so unfortunate that I say unfortunate. Obviously, I am hitting above my weight class with this technically, and like this lab is so expensive. 2.64 big Q for this level, like that is huge. How much damage would I need to sustain kill wall? For it to stay up in tournament, because obviously I did do a run, but it wasn't up permanently in that run at any point. So it managed to get me to 268 waves, and it was killing things pretty well. Obviously, fast ultimate's in, which is not a great thing for Death Wave because they fly into your tower whilst there's nothing there, right? You don't get as many hits on proccing to increase the damage against them. But I think it is a case of like I don't think the best way is to explain this. Sorry. So I would probably need to increase. If you have a look, in fact, I think the best way to look at it, right, is if we look at this, I did AA worth of damage to get to 700 waves. So I would need that much in Death Wave to achieve that far. So it's currently the thing that we need to look at though, right? I currently get like a big Q from a pulse. Well, that big Q got me up to O damage. So I would basically be able to, if I was at like D in the damage stacking, that would be good enough to be getting me up to when fleet spawn. Oh my god, I didn't even realize demon mode isn't even level 6 yet. It's abysmal. Sorry, so Gale, you said something, didn't you? Viewer Tower needs knockback, orbs, and shockwave size. That should help a little with crowd control. That's what I was thinking. It has unlocked some of the orbs itself. Obviously, they're all the way out here. Because there is currently a bug with orb locations anyway. I mean, obviously when you first unlock them, they are supposed to be outside, but they're ridiculously far outside. So we'll do knockback chance, because obviously that's going to be the biggest change. Shockwave, no, that's max. It's so quick to max those. It's brilliant. I'll push the orb speed up. It's one level off max anyway. Okay. There we go. So that's them. We'll go back to these. It's attack speed should go up. That's one more click for attack speed to be max. There we go. So now we're just these 5 down here. So yeah, hey Peter, I got Death Wave Plus. You'll need at least one small cube base with 5 to 10. Press 10 with demon mode and ST plus ultimate weapons. So that's the thing, right? And you've got a point there, right? So with that, that's what you need in tournaments. That's fair. Technically, it depends on your build. What I'm going to say. So its base damage is already 2.4 small Q. I'm assuming you mean big Q base. That's the thing. Like the pluses make a massive difference. Yes, CC can become irrelevant, but CC actually really helps Death Wall as well. So keeping the enemies, like the basic enemies, from coming in and hitting your Death Wall as fast means the damage multiplier gets higher. already maxed out the up speed, I believe. Yeah, up speed's maxed out now. So yeah, 1Q base workshop damage specifically. Yeah. So you meant this base damage. Understandable. However, I don't think I need to go into damage whatsoever for what I'm planning. But if I was going to go into a full damage build, then yes. But for what I'm planning, I don't need that at all. I do feel like, obviously, if I was to look, it has opened up a question of masteries. The biggest thing that comes irrelevant for Deathwave, though, right, is attack speed. Actually, it doesn't matter. I mentioned this when you first joined, Gale. I got it at the beginning of this stream. So I put a poll out. This is really bugging me. I keep thinking that I've clicked on it and I haven't. Yeah, so I put a poll out of the 3 choices at the beginning of the stream. I gave it about 20 minutes for people to choose. And Black Hole was basically the absolute winner. Because the choices were Black Hole, Spotlight, or Smart Missiles. Oh, my plans are weird in this game, but I don't like following the norm. So I'm not planning on having the death wall there up the whole time, that's the thing. My plan is just to have it there to deal with the things that my EHP build can't deal with. And my demon, my death wave, sorry, is not built for like damage. It's built for econ, and that's where it thrives because I'm already at 9 quantity for the like extra stuff. I'm about to get to 10 quantity on Saturday. I'll get up to 10 quantity, and then I've also going to be pushing up to getting 11 quantity. Obviously 12 is the max quantity, but I won't get to 12 in a long time. And basically the multitude of damage multiplier, having that many damage waves in 20-second refresh currently, if I have it at that, like if I turn off Golden Tower and Black Hole. If I don't turn off Black Hole, it is basically a 30-second refresh, which is still like enough for it to build up damage multiplier. Both damage pool multiplier and enemy damage multiplier, because it does both. Obviously the lab is a very long lab. This is feeling like defense percentage lab. We've still got another, I think, 5 levels to go. Might go up to level 30. Death wave. It goes up to level 30. The long bloody lab. It says 9 days, but obviously that's 9 days now. It feels like this takes so much longer than it actually does. But then I think that's because I rush this one because I'm trying to get my 98% defense. So it makes a difference. Yeah, the crowd control is much more obvious now. This goes back into farm. Doing tier 2 at the moment. Yeah, I'm not even at the point where I move over to increasing my damage. I'm still pushing my enemy health level skips on my Cannon Tower, so I'm tempted to call the stream here, because there is like basically just that tower running the tournament now, and we're guaranteed to be going up into platinum because I got ranked down. We'll have a look. I'm currently sat first, but generally I am in platinum. Whenever I rank down, I usually rank up, and that's typically with like 1,000 ways. But I'm not even at the point where In fact, has this gone up to... No, I haven't even been hit yet. Like that, saying that I wasn't at max health. I don't know why. I think max recovery probably leveled up with that, basically. So what we'll do is we'll see who's still currently live, to sending people over when we end the stream. Gotta be someone live still. Is there no one live at the moment? I can't see anyone right now. No, there's no one showing up for me. So I guess we'll just have to end the stream without sending people over to anybody. Bit of a shame. Finish off bounce shot. Then we just got to keep going through these. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna end Baby HP, but then I realised the benefits of Baby HP because it is a free-to-play tower. So there's the benefit of people seeing a free-to-play journey and being able to compare against that, rather than this large dolphin or small whale account. I barely have any damage in Death Wave, and it's shown damage in a farming run. No project funding, very little wave shot plus damage is 66.78 big S. I'm just worried you'll need a lot more ultimate weapon damage to for kill wall to satisfy what's wanted. I understand your concern, but I didn't want to click there. So if I min-max without respecking into damage build, my Death Wave does 44.99 big O. So that's currently where it is at this moment in time. I am planning on making it better. The biggest thing is I'm using it as basically a fleet control rather than an actual yeah, I'm just trying to think of the best way to explain it. My plan is to use it as a fleet control rather than a full-on damage dealer. So the fact that the fleets sit round for like 20 waves plus means they get hit by a lot of effect waves for damage multipliers. Especially the commanders, because other EHP players say they don't have a problem with commanders anymore. I do. So didn't need to click into thorn damage as a misclick. The fact that my Death Wave already helps with so I had an issue. Don't know if there's any examples here. I think I delete them whenever that happens, to be fair, so there may not be an example there. No. So I had an issue of dying at wave 2000 in my farming runs. If basically I got Commander at 1500 because of the wave skipping happening, and then basically if I got Commander or OC for both of them, there was a chance that because my second wind wouldn't go off for the first one until like 1700-ish, it wouldn't be there for the second one at 2000. So I was having it end my run. Death Wave Plus has stopped that from happening at this point where it's at right now. So the fact that it's already done that without me doing any more investment in it means I will be able to invest into it to make that work, guaranteed, without investing in damage per each hit. Total in a recent run is 1.78 AA. I mean, that's fine, but you've kind of invested in it a bit, right? You say very little Workshop Plus damage. I have 0 Workshop Plus damage. So even increasing that would make a big increase on mine. I'm not saying that you're not wrong. Sorry, I'm not saying that you are wrong that way around. Jesus, that was mean of me. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying I see the validity in what I'm planning. It may have a steeper curve than I'm thinking, but the fact that I've already seen benefits from it means that I'm on the right track. Hey, Mortal King. Nice to know you're still here. Yeah, I'm just pulling you to get keys, and that'll make you happy, trust me. But I also respect your alternative path. It's certainly the most unique path of all the streamers. Yeah, I mean, even let's say Zephyr is generally like an EHP player, but he unlocked Poison Swamp Plus recently, I believe. So no, sorry, it was Black Hole Plus he unlocked, didn't he? He unlocked a different plus, which surprised me. Obviously, Tequila Man is looking to go more hybrid, but I really want to focus on like the defense percentage side of things, and basically I want to push EHP to the max. The only reason that I've really gone into Deathwave Plus is EHP has no way to deal with fleets right now. Because they changed the way Thorns works, EHP is at a really bad place for late game. So, because of the way that I'm currently built, my best option to fix that is Deathwave, especially with the way its multipliers work. So, I will obviously look to push into it more. I mean, look at that increase in 1 click, and that's a cheap click. I do like the whole idea of how this game is an incremental game, and there is so many choices. So even if I am going down the general path that a lot of the people are going down, I can still make it unique. I can still do it my own way. I don't want to go full into just damage, but the option is there if that's just how it ends up going. Although, even if I go into full in damage right, like from where I am now, it's never really going to be true glass cannon because I am too invested in damage. It would be more of a hybrid build. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, my base damage would be a great increase, but as I said, my next click in Deathwave is going to be the last quantity. I know damage would obviously be better than quantity, but my farming runs, my Deathwave is still not permanent, so I need to keep pushing that for now. I want to try and get permanent Deathwave in my farming run. If we have a look at one of the more recent ones, usually helps. We'll go for this one of our longer runs. And we look at the percentage of enemies hit by... Obviously my orbs could be better, it's only 91%. Deathwave is only 86% coverage, and then obviously we'll have to work on our spotlight coverage after that as well. Have I gained extra waves from Core Assist? I mean, I haven't touched my... I mean, technically, the biggest problem that I have, sorry that I'm kind of restarting my sentence, is I'm at a weird place right now. So my build is full on econ rather than like wave count. So my wave count is lower than it usually is. Obviously, I can't go back far enough. Well, actually, I can. Sorry, I used to get like 8,000 waves before I respec. Now I'm pushing 7,000 best if I'm lucky. So yeah, so that's understandable, but where I am, I'm already at 47%. It's pushing it up to 66%, or 67%, isn't it? Sorry. So yeah, I have to take up to like 67% for the next bonus. That's like 20, and obviously it's 140 for one click. So the 1,400 is actually cheaper. So that's why I'm going for that extra quantity first. I mean, I've had more. Well, they've been my focus, I think is a better way to put it. Not that I've got more time to put into them. It's just I kind of pushed into focusing on those. Quickly, folks, which one should I click? The obvious choice is coin bonus, but whilst we're on stream, which perk should we get? Yeah, so obviously I get more spotlight angle, increasing this. Chrono field speed reduction obviously would be helpful. Death wave cooldown would continue to be reduced, which is great. Golden Tower cooldown is the next one that I need in here, but obviously I use this for tournaments as well. I don't have a second one for doing farming, unfortunately, because I didn't think of that. I was an idiot. But yeah, once I do get this to the point where I can unlock 201, most likely would be going to like Golden Tower cooldown, because that would also help. I'm just having to think now. I do need Chrono Field's reduction in here, so I can't take that off. I do need the cooldown, but I'm wondering, could I? Yeah, I mean, I assumed that was the case, but you know, you have to ask. But I have to ask, is what I should say. But yeah, anyway, let's have a quick look here. I have actually took a hit now, at least. I'm not up to 8 times damage, but I've took a hit. Although enemy health level skips is getting to the point where I'm not really able to click in it, so we'll increase our damage overall. Why not? So yeah, anyway, I think I am going to end the stream here. So as I said, this is probably going to be a really long run on my glass cannon build, so we're not going to continue streaming that. It's already after my bedtime anyway, so should really get sorted. But yeah, so I've got plans going forward. As I said, my biggest priority is getting this Death Wave closer to permanent in my farming run now. I do want to look to get more spotlight angle after that, so I might start investing in that, and that's again just really for econ purposes. That last Death Wave quantity, spotlight quantity is an insane buy, so I probably won't get that, but hey, we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.